Yeah, okay. Today I am back on YouTube. I am here to catch up with you guys on what's been going on. So today's video is going to be a little bit long, so I'm going to be eating my boyfriend's pasta, some garlic breads in here. Can't have spaghetti. Did I say pasta? I'm lit. I have my boyfriend's spaghetti here. I'm gonna be eating and catching up with you guys because it's been a long year. 2019 is over. I'm sorry, sis. My spaghetti's getting cold. So this mukbang is basically going to be a catch up, you know? Because a lot of things have been happening to me, or has happened to me in the past year, and now, present, and future. A lot of good things are gonna happen to me, you know? But a lot of bad things happen, and I'm here to like talk to you guys, to the people who support me on my channel. I took down some notes on my phone because I've tried filming a comeback video for my YouTube channel. Every single time I try to film, I always end up running out of battery because, mind you guys, I do charge my battery, but I don't know, I just get too nervous and I just can't ever just... I wrote down some keynotes so I could go in order, okay? So, you know, I just want to say hi to everybody who's watching my video right now. Thank you for clicking on this video because, sis, why would you want to click on somebody that hasn't uploaded in like a year? But, you know, thanks. You're a... Bitch. It's okay. You're a real one, like I was saying. So before I take my next bite, I want to be real with you guys and let you guys know what I'm going to be talking about in this little video. And I'm sorry you really can't see me eating my spaghetti, but I just know it's going to be a long video and I want to talk to you guys and, you know, do it comfortably without feeling rushed. I'm going to be talking about what happened in 2019. I'm going to be talking about, you know, moving out of Compton. I no longer live in Compton. You know, I used to live with my mom and my stepdad, and I don't know, that's just a whole story we're going to get into. Let me go on with the next topic. We're also going to be talking about, you know, narcos and, you know, drug cartels and all that kind of stuff because, sis, narcos have been... I've talked to a narco on, you know, the DMs, and narcos were starting to watch my Instagram stories, like they were keeping their eye on me. So this is not a lie, sis, true story, so I'm going to be talking about that too. Another thing I'm going to be talking about, serious stuff like... Excuse me, sis. That was not ladylike. So the serious topics I'm going to be touching up on is... last year I don't know, it's very personal to say, but last year also in 2019 I, you know, ended up going to the hospital, and this is a big reason why I haven't uploaded. I ended up going to the hospital to seek help for mental health, and your boy got locked into a psych ward, and it was not cute, sis. I'm also going to be talking about what happened. You know, you might be like, what the fuck is going on, sis? Why were you locked in a psych ward? So yeah, this video is going to be pretty long. And the last topic I'm also going to be talking about is, you know, what am I doing now? Like, what is up with me? You know, what's going on? And one of those things is, you know, I'm kind of doing porn. And that's something I'm going to get into this video. So yeah, it's gonna be a crazy video. Like, I'm already eating my spaghetti and I'm like, damn, this is gonna be a long video. I'm just gonna jump in. If you don't like people that talk when they chew, Get over it, sis. Okay, so what happened in 2019? Basically, last year was a pretty shit show for me, but I know this year's going to be amazing. Since my last upload, I got sponsored and I was starting a new job. You know, close to home. Not too close, but close to home. And I think I was working a job at the time, sorry. And I ended up leaving it because I was not having it. They were paying me like minimum wage basically. And what I would do for work is I would be a caregiver. I would take care of, you know, elderly people, and you know, basically that means, I can't believe I'm saying this when I'm eating, but it's like you wipe their butts, and it's like they were trying to pay me, sis, $12 or like $11 an hour, and I'm like, no me van a pagar mierda pa limpiar mierda, you know, like I deserve more. So I ended up leaving that job. I'm not about to be overworked for such a little money. But yeah, ever since I left my job, I've been having a hard time, you know, getting a job because a lot of things have been happening too. Last year, I had to go renew my green card because a bitch is not born from here. A bitch is not from California, Los Estados Unidos. No, I'm from Mexico. So I had to go get my green card renewed. And that was a lot of money that I didn't have money for. So, like, you guys can see where I'm going with this. Like, this video is not going to be so, like, downer. Like, I know you guys want to get to the good part, like the porn talk, but basically, yeah, it was such a down year. I had to do so many things that I never thought me would ever have to do, like going to get my green card, going to, you know, trying to get a job, and you know, not being a US citizen. It's a little bit tricky because some jobs kind of like look at you weird, like make sure like you're legal. And that sucks, but we're just not going to get into that right now. So yeah, that was what's been going on then. I moved out of Compton. Let's go into that conversation. I moved out of Compton. I was going through a hard time at home. I've always had a rough time growing up in Compton. You know? Compton is not a place where you want to, you know, go to the park and hang out. Like, like there's already like gang members that go and hang out at the park at certain times, and it's like, it's Compton, bitch. I'm not gonna be going out when I was a teenager or like young adult in Compton. No, my bitch ass was always working. So yeah, I was basically never home, but the reason I ended up moving out was because me and my stepdad have a very rocky relationship. You know, he's a very like señor. He's very old school, like grumpy Mexican. Like, he's dark skinned, super Mexican. So I've had a little rocky relationship with him, but it was getting to the point where, you know, I was paying my rent and I would go out, get my stuff, you know, buy things, and he would be the type to be like, if I see you shopping like more, I'm gonna up your rent more. And I'm like, what kind of like parenting is this? Let me just take one more bite. Alright, you guys, I finished my spaghetti, so I'm going to be able to talk more now. Okay, living in Compton, it was never like nice, you know, and especially because a lot of people do not know this. Well, a lot of people do, because I'd say it in a couple of videos. I'm like, and I've recorded my house in Compton before, like the inside. People could tell, or if you don't know, I used to live in a trailer. You know, I didn't grow up rich. My family came from Mexico, and growing up, I lived in a trailer in Compton. So it was very poor, and it was very like, I would never go out because it was crazy. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but yeah. So yeah, I basically moved out of Compton and I moved in with my boyfriend. We've been living together for a while. We recently reached our 1-year anniversary, so that was pretty good. I'm about to get a little bowl ready Oh, by the way, I'm in the garage filming my little setup because out here I could smoke. So yeah, I moved out of Compton. I live with my boyfriend now, you know. Life has been crazy. Yeah, let's see what's next on my list. See, this is why I took notes, because I always get lost and I could talk forever. I moved out of the ghetto. I promised. So yeah, really, why the fuck is there sirens right now? You know what? Let me mind my business and pack my bowl. So let's go ahead and take a break. I'm gonna hit my bowl because, you know, we're gonna get real personal pretty soon. So yeah. I have this choker on and it doesn't let me cough. Okay, I feel pretty good. Let's continue this life update. Okay, so yeah, I ended up moving out. I live with my boyfriend now. We have reached, oh, I'm lit, sis. Okay, so back to the update. So yes, I moved out of Compton and I'm living now with my boyfriend. I don't know, life has been a lot crazy. Moving in with somebody, you know, your partner, it's a lot. And yeah, okay, so enough of that. We're gonna go on to the next topic because I'm getting pretty lit after that hit. Okay, so we're getting to the nauticals part of the story. Okay, so last year around summer, you know, I was posting my life on the internet, and even though I'm not a big influencer, or I don't have a big following, but I always thought it was pretty cool that I would upload, you know, me going to my friend's house, you know, trimming weed, growing weed plants, and all that kind of stuff, you know, vlogs. That was a lot of my recent stuff before I stopped uploading. I would go to my friend's house and like I would go to dispensaries, and the dispensary in Compton helped close the shop, you know. I have a vlog on that. You know, I even went to freaking Tijuana, sis, and vlogged there. So that was my little life on the internet around that time. And I remember somebody on Instagram DM'd me. It was a guy saying, you know, he worked for a cartel, and he said he was in Philly. So that's way over there, sis, across the country from me. And he was like, hey, I love your videos. And I was just like, mind you, the person who hit me up was a blank profile picture, so I was like, okay, who the heck is this? A troll? But it's okay, I love trolls. But no, it was a guy saying, you know, I work for a cartel here in Boston, and he was like, I need a connect from California, you know. And I'm like, little old me. I was like, okay, so I'm down. I was like, how many like ounces of weed do you need? Mind you, when I said that, he just replied with like a lot of laughing. He was like, I don't need like ounces, I need like pounds. And I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, before we even go into any more of this little fantasy, I was like, how do I know you're real? So he ended up sending me you know, a direct message on Instagram, a DM. What the heck? I'm so old saying direct message. A DM on the Instagram, and you know, he sent me through the camera, you know, his apartment, a mirror picture, and it looked cute. He was let me describe him for you, sis. He was lean, he was dark skinned, and you know, his apartment was pretty cute. And I was like, okay, like at this point I kind of was like, nah, I'm a little scared, but I'm like, okay, I'm with it. Towards the end of the conversation, he was like, you know, I don't want to show you more of me and like all this stuff because, you know, I don't want you to put me on your YouTube channel. And I was like, really? I'm like, really? Why not? Okay, if that's not nautical enough, then let's get into some Mexican nautical story. Okay, so around the summertime, that was around the time El Chapo also got busted. He got busted at the houses. And I have an Instagram post that's hashtag El Chapo, and it's just me holding a blunt. And you know, I had a cute diamond ring on. That was my purity ring. I was like holding the blunt, and the hashtag is El Chapo. And yeah, and the day he got arrested, actually, that post started getting like attention. It kept getting likes out of nowhere, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, I guess it's like El Chapo's trending. But then this is where it started getting like a little bit creepy, because I was like, okay, a lot of like people started viewing my story, and like when I would upload Instagram stories, because I never post on Instagram anymore, you know, fuck that shit. I would only upload stories, and then I started seeing like a lot of like profiles from people in Mexico, like no profile pictures, but profile posts were on there of a lot of like just like I could tell like they were like drug dealers or like in Sinaloa, like fucking cartels. Like you can't tell me. Like I have a screen recording. I hope I do. I will put it up right here. And it's like okay, they have airplanes like going crazy, and it, mind you, this was the day El Chapo got arrested, so I don't know if like Sinaloa was celebrating it or what. And in the other post it was like this guy's lab, and it's like cocaine and a gun and like a police radio sis in his car. I was like, I don't know, ever since all this has been going on, or ever since that happened, I've been like getting weird feelings if I go to Mexico. I don't know. I think I've been watching too much La Reina del Sur temporada 2 season 2 on Netflix, and I'm getting very jumpy, but it's like, it's true sis, Mexico is another story and it's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move on. So yeah, ever since that I stopped posting Instagram stories for a while because I was like, a lot of them kept still liking my pictures. I'm sorry, microphone, you guys probably picked that up. So the next topic is going to be a little bit serious. It's going to be about also what happened around that time in summer. Sorry, I have hiccups. Around that time in summer, I was still working a job, that was near my boyfriend's house where we live. And I started getting depressed. And I've been getting depressed for, I would say the past year was like the hardest year I've ever suffered depression. Since the new year started, I've been feeling so much better, and I haven't gotten like any professional help, like medicine or like a psychologist or I know a therapist, whatever sis. I'm Mexican, excuse my language, I don't know if I use the right terms, but I've been getting depressed, and I guess I ended up quitting my job because I was like, I can't work here, I can't be wiping poop and be getting paid minimum wage. So I ended up calling my sister, and she was like, go to the doctors, go find help. So one day, I don't know the date, I have a video, a clip I recorded. So one day I ended up going to the hospital. I was off work. Actually, I wasn't off work. I worked the afternoon shift. So in the morning I went to the hospital, to a Kaiser, and I went in expecting to go to the emergency room, try to talk to a doctor for free, see what I could do, or like, talk to somebody, see what I could do, like what do I need to do to talk to somebody, to get antidepressants, or a psychologist, a therapist, sorry. I don't know, sorry, this is like a very more calm part because I didn't like this part of the story I don't like. So I ended up walking to the ER, and I told the lady, because at this time when I went to the doctor, mind you guys, I was super depressed. I've never been this sad, and this is where I'm being like a little serious. I'm gonna try to be careful what I say. She asked me right away in the ER, they're like, hey, so like, have you ever thought about like suicide, basically, and like ending your life or hurting yourself? And I'm like, no, but I would think about like, my life don't matter, sis, like it's okay, I could go. But I shouldn't be joking, this is a very serious moment, because it was not taken like a joke. Right away that lady, like, I guess that was a trigger or something, that she goes and like walks me, and she's like, say no more, give me your wrist. She put my sticker on, and she walks me to the back into like the ER to see a nurse. And I'm like, cool, I didn't have to wait in line or like wait for a number or something, so I go and talk to a nurse, and this is where it gets a little tricky. The lady who checked me in goes on her merry way after she takes me to a nurse and doesn't keep her eye off me. And I guess the nurse, she was a white girl, what was she? I don't know what she was. I think she was a Latina, actually. She just did not know what was going on with me. So basically, I just ended up telling the nurse, I wanted information on how to get help. And I guess the lady who checked me in told the nurse something different, that the nurse was just like, okay, like ignoring me. And she was just like, I'm gonna check you into the other office. And I'm like, what other office? And they're like, just don't worry about it, you're okay. So out of nowhere, she just leaves and gets another nurse to come and talk to me. And she comes back, mind you, this second nurse, let's call her Monica Lewinsky. So Monica Lewinsky is more, sympathetic, and she's more understanding. I'm like, I've been going through it, sis. I was like, I can't take it. I'm like, my head. I'm like, why am I like this? And she was like, it's okay. It's like, people go through shit. She was like, basically real. She was like, just be careful what you say. So when the other nurse comes back, mind you guys, when she's like, just be careful what you say, I'm like, why? What are you telling me? I'm like, okay. So when the other nurse comes back, Monica Lewinsky leaves. And the nurse like, come with me. We're going to go see a doctor. She walks me basically through like a couple of hallways that are like locked, that you need a key to enter. And she ends up taking me to the psych ward. And how did I know it was the psych ward? I didn't. I didn't, sis. Poor little me didn't. I just see two officers, you know, handcuffing like some homeless guy. And they're waiting outside the psych ward. Because in order to go into the psych ward, it's a very locked down like area. So you wait outside to be admission in. So she's like, wait out here. And she tells the officers, like, can you guys watch him? And I'm like, sis, what? Whatever. So she goes in. The officers are looking at me like I'm crazy, basically. And I'm like, okay, I can't fucking book it. Like, I can't get my shit and leave, you know, and say, fuck this. Because, you know, I couldn't leave. I needed a key to get out. And the officers, I'm pretty sure they weren't going to let me go. Because one was already looking at me crazy. The other one was taking care of the homeless guy. So when the nurse came back out, she's like, come with me. Let's go see the doctor. So I go in, into this through this door, basically. And it's the psych ward. I'm seeing like rooms to my right that have a tiny little window, and I see like I don't want to say like crazy people, but people with mental health problems, the more polite way to say it. And I was like, this is it. This is how a bitch gets locked in here, and I didn't do shit. So long story short, the lady ends up leaving. She's like, I'm gonna go talk to the doctor. Lies, because she leaves, and I talk to another nurse. I stop a guy, and I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, oh, they went to go register you. They'll be back. And I'm like, what's going on? What? I start freaking out, but I'm like, I can't freak out because there's a cop inside of the psych ward. He's just, I don't know, I don't want this video to be too long, but I'm just gonna speed it up. There was a cop inside the psych ward, and you know, I was very intimidated because I can't leave. If you're brought in there, it's for a reason. Like, people are gonna think you're there for because you're not okay in the head. So I was scared to leave, but I was asking a lot of people. I was like, they got the wrong bitch. I was like, I don't belong here. And I finally got a doctor. Mind you, this nurse never came back. This bitch just booked it. A doctor came. I got his attention. I'm like, I explained to him what the hell is going on. And he was like, what? Why did they put you here? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what the hell to do. He was like, okay, let me go get your discharge papers. I'm like, was I ever, like, admitted? Like, were they about to do something? They're like, yeah, we were setting up your room. And I'm like, where's that bitch? Where's Monica Lewinsky's friend? Because I'm gonna find her bitch ass and fuck her up. That was basically it. I ended up getting out safely that same day. But what was messed up about it that I would say is, like, a week or later, they sent me a letter, like, to my house saying I owed them $4,000. I owed the hospital $4,000 just because they took my vitals or something, and I didn't have insurance. So I had to go, you know, fix all that right now. Like, recently I had to fix it because I had to apply to, like, Medicare because, you know, a sis don't got health insurance, but I do now. I got the poor people health insurance, but that's okay. I don't care. So yeah, that was very long. I'm sorry about this video being super long, but let me just wrap up the last part. So the last part I'm gonna talk about is very quick, and the reason I'm gonna go through this very quick is because my camera's about to die. I created an OnlyFans, and not to say it's like I need money, it's because a sis got a new job in an actual hospital, and, you know, I'm gonna be doing good, you know, helping people. But at the same time, I opened an OnlyFans because, you know, it's a new year, sis. I'm done of, like, holding myself back. I don't ever want to be the person that thinks it's like, what if I did this, you know? Like, who cares? Like, it's me, sis. So yeah, if you guys want to support me on that, I will have the link to my OnlyFans down below. I'm sorry, this sounds a little bit weird to say. By the way, guys, right now I'm letting you guys know, you will see your boy naked. Like, just know that. And another reason is basically, I just want to say this is, I'm just gonna hustle this year. I'm gonna like do so much stuff that I wish I could have been doing. Like last year, I wish I could have been recording videos for you guys. Like, who would have known where I would have been in my YouTube career? Like, I'm taking this thing serious. Like, this is like what I invested money since I was like very young. This is how I started off, and I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose my motivation and how I started. I started with YouTube because a bitch loved editing and a bitch discovered like the passion for it because I had no friends. But yeah, I ended up making friends online. You guys watching, thanks. Thank you guys, honestly. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about OnlyFans. I think I'm gonna do another video on it because my camera's about to die. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a whole video on OnlyFans. If you guys have any questions for me about, why I did OnlyFans or what, any questions of it at all, I will feel glad to answer. Right now, your boy is tired. I gotta go to the airport. It's 6:05 p.m. sis, but yeah. I'm back, sis. As you guys could tell, I have a microphone, better quality. I moved out of Compton. That's a big step, That's another thing, guys. I want to say before I go. Speak manifestation or manifest your dreams. Speak them out loud. I remember, like, go on my YouTube right here on the comments, on the community tab on my channel. I posted last year in early, like, the year. I was like, goals for winter of 2019 of Kendall Jenner, and it's like one of them was move out, and it's like, sis, I did not think I was gonna move out, but I did. And it's crazy. If you guys made it this far in the video, thank you guys so much. You're honestly a real one. I don't know, this video is gonna be a hot mess to edit. But yeah, I love you guys. Yeah, I'll be back soon. Oh yeah, if you guys want more time, if you guys want to support your boy's OnlyFans and porn career, go subscribe to my OnlyFans. It's only $6.99. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing like boyfriend content and like a lot of crazy stuff. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna go. I keep talking forever. Okay. I hope I got some good content.